Hello jewelry friends, it's Amy and welcome to my Saturday video. Today's jewelry is going to be a little different. This is my dad's jewelry. I wanted to talk a little bit about him. For those of you who have been keeping up with my channel and maybe noticed this week that I haven't put on any jewelry of the day or any other posts like that, that's because on Monday, August the 11th, 2025, my father passed away. Now, I'll just go ahead and say right now, thank you for the condolences. I'm sure some people will make some comments down below, and I'll just go ahead and say thank you for those comments right now. But I want to assure you that my father knew the Lord. He is in heaven with a new body, and boy, did he need a new body. He was riddled with problems, and his body just, that was that. So he's in heaven with a new one now, and no more pain, no more suffering. So I have hope and faith in that. But I wanted to talk a little bit about my dad. My dad was, I'm a daddy's girl through and through. I have been going, he lives a couple of states away from me, and I've kind of alluded to the fact that I've been going to some estate sales out of state, or a yard sale out of state, or an antique store out of state, so sometimes whenever I was up there taking care of him, I'd slip off and just take a little bit of time for myself and go look at antique stores and estate sales, and just that's fun for me. I like doing that. So I've been up there taking care of him for a little bit now, and yeah, I'm sad, but at the same time, I'm happy he's not in any more pain. But let's talk a little bit more about my dad. My dad was an Army veteran. My dad worked at KFC, which will come into play in this jewelry box, and he wasn't really overly flashy. This is what he would usually wear. He'd wear this watch, he'd wear a wedding ring, and he would wear some cufflinks on French cuffs. My father, like I said, was an attorney, so suits and ties were his uniform, and he was very comfortable in those things. When he got really sick, we had to close his practice down. And at that time, he gave me a few things to save for his grandson, my son. And so some of this stuff I've had for a while. Other things I used to play with as a child. And other things I looked at and I was like, I had no idea he even owned. So this will be fun here. So let's talk a little bit. Let's start here with these two wedding rings. These were my parents' wedding rings. And they are 14 karat white gold from Sears and Roebuck. They are a matching set, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the sweet spot. I have the camera in a different spot. So, but anyway, this was my mother's on the left, and this is my dad's on the right. And all the time that they were together, I never noticed that my mother's wedding band was a different millimeter width than my dad's. But when my parents divorced when I was 16, my mother gave me her wedding ring, and I went and asked Dad for his, and he gave it to me. So I've had these for quite some time. Out of the both of them, I wear my father's the most because my mom was a tiny thing compared to me, and so I can't fit her wedding band on my fingers, but I can fit my dad's on, so I wear my dad's more. So that was theirs, and like I said, I've had that for a while. When we closed my dad's practice, he gave me his watch. This was the last one that he wore. There's a couple others over here in this jewelry box, but this is a Seiko. And so he made sure he wanted me to save this for my son, his grandson. And then when I was going through his belongings, I found his last wedding ring. This was from his second marriage. And my stepmother, she passed away while they were still married. She had leukemia and she passed away. So this is their wedding band, and this is 14 karat gold wedding band. So I'm glad I have this too. And then when we closed Dad's practice down, he specifically gave me these cufflinks to give to my son. Dad said, and he's like, these are my favorites. And I was like, okay. So they're unmarked, they're silver tone, they're in like new condition, and they have like a blue cat's eye effect to them. So these are really nice and clean. Like I said, I've had them for a while. So this other jewelry is a little dirtier, just due to the age of it. But like I said, I used to play with this as a child. Some of this stuff as a child. Some of it I'd never seen before. So I don't know where to start. Here, we'll start over here. Remember I said my Meemaw used to sell Sarah Coventry. And my Meemaw was my father's mother. So these are Sarah Coventry. They're gold tone squares, cufflinks, marked. And then these two, everybody has seen and easily recognized as Sarah Coventry. Hello. I'm sorry, I got to find that sweet spot again. Where's it at? Right there. It's the Huntsman, silver tone, marked Sarah Cov. So, and these are like new. I seriously doubt he wore those. My dad was in the band in high school, and so there's one of his little band medals that I found. We don't have his high school class ring. We ended up selling that for scrap gold a while back. I actually took him to the jeweler and helped him with that. So this is 3 rings that I found. My dad's name started with an A. So look at that. Isn't that the typical 1960s ring there? That script A on it. Now this is silver tone, very badly down to the brass there. Unmarked. There's no markings on it whatsoever. Obviously he wore it. Then there's this ring, again gold tone, no markings on it, but I'm guessing that's probably onyx. Back in the day they would, that was like nothing back then. And then this is a super tiny ring. I'm really not sure what this is. And this part back here was magnetic, but this part up here was not. So I don't know. Again, super tiny. I don't even think it would fit my finger. I don't know if it's a girl's ring or a child's ring or whatever. And then I found some Mickey Mouse cufflinks. They are marked sterling. They are very magnetic and falling apart. So, but there's Mickey. And then these right here are turquoise wannabes. Very robin's egg blue in color. They're marked SAC on the back. Got some prong settings in here. Very plastic. Very plastic. Lightweight. And I thought this was funny. I found 3 of these. I don't know why, but there are 3 of these. And they're marked SAC as well. I thought they were pretty cool. They look like, don't they look like switches? Like you just want to, go down on them. Something like, oh, that sounded rude. Ooh, I didn't mean it like that, y'all. Get your mind out of the gutter like me. Okay, so, and then these are silver tone, unmarked. That looked cool, like a little stop sign. Again, silver tone. There's something on here. I can't read the marking on it though. Then they're just silver tone circles with some grooves on them. And let's see. And then I found 2 watches. This one's a Timex, and look at that band on the back of it. Gold tone, very dirty, needs a bath, big time. And this one says Cordua. I don't remember this watch. I don't remember either of these watches. It was always that Seiko over there that I remember. But these were obviously worn. So let me set those aside. These are Swank. I distinctly remember playing with these because I was like, why can't these be earrings? Look, they could just go through. If that would just go through my ear. I remember saying that. Those are Swank. Very swanky, aren't they? And then over here we got some mother of pearl circles. Unmarked. And then this one has a matching money clip. Right here. Pretty mother of pearl though. That's an empty box. Let's see. This is a Buckeye. Buckeyes bring you luck. You're supposed to rub it for good luck. So there's your Buckeye. Ironically enough, I have one in my jewelry box too. And this is a case knife that I'd like to get cleaned up and sharpened. My dad always thought Case was like the brand of pocket knife to have. I actually carry a Case knife that my father purchased for me. Mine's smaller than this. It's pink, and it's called a Case Baby Girl. So, anyway, when Dad saw that, he's like, "Oh, I got to buy that for my baby girl." So he got that for me. This is just like a engraved Greek. It's got the A and the X. I think the X is Chi. I think Alpha Chi. So I guess I don't know. And then keys. What is it with the keys? There's a bajillion keys in here. In a little box I found too. All sorts of keys. I'm like, what do these even go to? Now this one says GM on it, so one could argue that went to a car. My dad was a Pontiac fella. So was my Mima. Now this one says Chrysler. So, I don't know. Luckily for me, I have a friend who teaches piano to a student who loves to collect keys. So I know who these are going to. And then in here's a tie clip. Real nice and shiny, silver tone. I don't see any markings on it. There we go, tie clip. And then these are those tie bars. I remember Dad wearing these. If it was in style in menswear, he would do it. So, and then I think there's like a watch battery or an old battery in here. I'm just gonna throw that away right now. That probably has no juice in it. And then I think this is a drill bit. I don't know. Why? Men are weird. And then this thing's falling apart. It's got a whole lot of shoey in there. So, yeah, I'll be cleaning that out. And then down here, I found some VBS pens. Look at those. Serve the Lord, Colossians 3:24. Got these when he went to, I found some VBS booklets as well that he filled out. My dad was left-handed. He had very distinctive handwriting. And then I found this little pen here that has seen better days. So it's got a little faux pearl on it. It's gold tone. And the red and black paint is like chipping off the little ladybug. But it's a little pen and it's marked SAC on it. Isn't that cute? I just thought that was precious. And then like, here's some more cufflinks over here. And when I pulled these out, I was like, man, these probably should have something on them. And then a little bit later, I found the tie clip to go with it. So I bet you these used to have those. That little thermoset piece on it. But the thermoset pieces on these are long gone. Again, not marked. I found some odds and ends. You know, no matches on these cufflinks right here. But you got to, you know, if we can lose an earring, men can lose a cufflink, I suppose. We'll let that pass. And this is another little money clip as well. And I found a 1939 Mercury dime in there. So, got that. And more keys. Lots and lots of keys. Whoops. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to knock the camera over. I am so sorry. I apologize. Oh, and I told you I would tell you about my dad's KFC day. So I got this and I was like, what on earth? I could not figure this out. I was like, what? And you can see on the back here, it says Ormond Rust Resist is what it says on it. And then, of course, I was like, well, obviously it's a, you know, like a tie, a bow tie. And then I found this. Colonel Sanders seal of approval. This is a homemade little thing that obviously was taped on. And then it clicked with me. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that my dad worked at KFC back in the day. So I was like, I bet this was part of his uniform whenever he worked at KFC, which of course back then was called Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I thought that was pretty cute, and had that. Let's see here. I think that's it. Honorable mention for a green foot. Have no idea what this went to. Just found that as well. But, you know, boys and their toys. Things that you put in your pocket. And there you go. So there's some other military marks on here. But I just to kind of protect my privacy and his. I'm not going to talk about that. But I will tell you that my father was an Army veteran. And he I don't know how much I want to share. My dad was an Army veteran. He worked at the FBI, and that's where he met my mother. And they had me and decided they didn't want to raise me in D.C. So Dad applied at different bureaus of investigations. And my dad got a Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, called him back. So that's how we ended up in Tennessee. So I've lived in Tennessee I wasn't born here, but it's all I've ever known. And of course, and then my dad went to law school and became a self-employed attorney and a very prominent divorce attorney in Nashville. Very well-known attorney. And yeah, and then he got real sick and we had to close his practice, and his poor little body just finally gave out. So there we are. So I've been up taking care of him. I'll be up there traveling a little bit more, closing things out. I am an only child, so got to take care of a few things. But I just wanted to talk about him and explain to you why I've been a little out of touch and not doing my normal things. I hesitate to even pay any attention to my algorithms because YouTube likes consistency. And I have not been consistent this week at all. But I just wanted to share with you guys and talk a little bit more about my dad. So my friends, that's what I have to say to you right now. So you know, if your dad's still around and you're able to, give him a call and say, I love you, Dad. And if you're a chocolate lover like my dad was, then go eat some chocolate in honor of my dad. Because he'd drop everything for chocolate if he was around. And I guess that's all I have to say about that. Well, thank you for being here. I want to wish all of you a very blessed week. And I hope that God blesses you greatly. And much love to all of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.